Hi guys, it's finally October and we can start on Halloween projects. I'm so excited. I ended up getting some pumpkins from the grocery store. Normally I don't get pumpkins. It's been a while since I've gotten them and I thought it'd be a fun project to like paint on the weekend with Michael. So you won't see anything from these for a while, but if we end up getting to paint them, I'll show you guys later. But anyways, I've got a lot of projects to start. I've still got a couple commissions that I need to work on as well, so I'm pretty busy right now. So without spoiling all my Halloween ideas, I think I have 3 or 4 videos that I'm gonna do October that are gonna be Halloween themed. Also, another fun Halloween project that we can work on in today's vlog is a succubus tail. I have a regular customer that wanted to commission me to make a tail for their costume. So I've got the pattern all kind of sketched out and stuff, and we'll probably work on the sewing today. I have a pair of wings for another project. I know these don't look very Halloween-y, but it's kind of more on the like edge of Halloween. As we get throughout the month, we'll probably get scarier and scarier. I've got a really cool project for the last Halloween video that I've never done before, and I really hope it works because I'm trying something really new. But yeah, today I think I'm going to be working on that tail and then also finishing up these wings for a piece. And then I need to get these little feet out of this mold for the project that has the wings. These are for the same creature. I decided to make it a little easier on myself. Also, I kind of forgot to sculpt them. These were supposed to be kind of paws. I had this mold, figured I would just do it instead of sculpt them. So I'm gonna use these for this project. Normally these are for my fox bat piece. Okay, I was lazy, I didn't want to move my camera and stuff, but I got these out of the mold. They're pretty much good to paint, other than I need to sand the bottoms because the bottoms are all sharp and jagged and stuff, and I like to clean that up. So if we get everything else done today, because other than the wings and the tail, I do have a lot of other things to do, we'll probably work on these too. Okay, I decided to move the pumpkins. They're cute and all, but I just don't have the space on my desk right now for them. We'll find somewhere else to put them. Okay, so I'm going to work on the wings. I don't need the wireframe for it yet. I decided to try something different and use fake leather for the feather portion of the wings instead of felt. I figured this would be a little bit more sturdy and I wouldn't have to worry about it doing what felt does, which is kind of like fray and stuff. So they came out pretty cool. We're going to add the fur fabric portions to them now. I also sewed down each little feather, and they're two-sided. So they're pretty thick. They are curled a little bit, but I kind of like it. So yeah, I've got a ton of projects. Also today I need to get a order boxed up. Our neon dragon from our previous video actually sold, so I'm super happy about that. We'll get that boxed up and out of the way. Also, the tail is on a deadline. I'm trying to get it done this week. That way they can have it in time for Halloween. Also, the creature for these wings needs to be done this week as well so I can edit the video. So I'm trying to get a ton of things done in 1 week that are time consuming. Other than that, the weather's been really nice. Right now, it's kind of cloudy and rainy, but I think it's gonna pass. But it's been cooling down finally here. It's been so hot, and I'm so glad it's finally cool. I mean, for here in Texas, it's cool. It's been like 80s instead of like high 90s, so definitely a lot better. And I finally decided to repot all my plants. So Cornelius is in a bigger pot. I moved around my succulent. I have one other plant that didn't get repotted because I don't have room for the current pot that I have, so I need to get a slightly smaller pot to fit on the shelves. It's just too big. Also, while I was getting all the stuff for repotting everything, I ended up getting a pothos. So I have plans to have it growing up the wall. I think it'll look really cool. Michael decided that he wanted to name it, so its name is Archie. I don't know why he wanted to name it that way, but it's a cute name, so yeah, our pothos is named Archie. Okay, so I got the sewing done for one of the wings. I still have the top open so we can add it to the wireframe, but I'm going to take a break before starting on the second one just because my fingers are sore from sewing through fake leather. It's just a little too thick. So I'm gonna pull down my sewing machine. Hopefully I have enough string for this, because here, let me have it focus. You can see it's almost out. I need to order that today, that way I don't run out. So let's get our sewing machine down. As you can also see, I've got so many resin pieces. Anytime I pour resin, if I have extra, I cast stuff. So I need to start using these. I've got some extra jaws. I've got a bunch of beaks. 4 of these are for an actual video idea. I just haven't started on it, put it on pause for Halloween. But yeah, let's get started on that tail. Okay, so this is what I have. I believe I measured it at 3 feet. And it's going to have the little triangle thing at the end. I'm not going to completely sew it. I'm just going to sew the very top portion and around our tail tip, because I need the rest open so I can add the wire frame and stuff it and everything. I figure that would just be easier. Also, our goal is to make this sway back and forth when she walks, so we're going to end up trying it on here and there as we get it done. Okay, that should do it for now. Well, it didn't rain yesterday, but it is sure raining today. Hopefully we don't lose power. I keep hearing it like rumbling. Anyways, let's get started. I have a bunch of clay to work on. I'm trying to heat up my glue gun. Okay, perfect. Today I'm going to be working on the clay pieces for a commission. I ended up sketching something out for it. I'll throw it up on the screen real quick so you guys can see what I'm working on. But basically it is of their dog, and we're turning it into like a fantasy type of warrior with wings and stuff. Just something really cool. So I've gotten all the fabrics somewhere already sewn with all the fur markings and stuff, and I need to get the clay started. So we're gonna work on the head first. I'll probably be pulling my phone out a lot while working on this piece because I have references and I want to get the face and everything looking just perfect. But yeah, I really hope we don't lose power. For some reason here likes to lose power whenever we have storms. I don't know if it's just lines going down because a tree is falling, or if it's because people don't know how to drive and they run into things that are important to having power. But yeah, we tend to have a lot of power outages whenever we have major storms and wind and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna work on the face for this and some paws. Try and get those all done, and then I have some clay that I need to start for our final Halloween project for the month. And I'm super excited with this, but I'm trying something very strange. You guys will probably guess it, but I'm gonna still like try and leave it a surprise. We're gonna be making a giant eyeball for it. So like if you can figure out what type of creature has a giant eyeball, you'll probably guess what I'm making. But yeah, I gotta figure out how to do it because I don't have a mold for it and I want it to look really realistic. So we're actually going to be sculpting the iris out of clay and putting it in resin. So hopefully I can get a super interesting detailed eyeball. I was thinking to use a bowl for casting the resin, but the bowl that I have that's big enough and the only one that I have that is plastic is too flat at the bottom, so the eye won't be like completely domed. So I either need to find another bowl and order it, or do some kind of makeshift thing to make a dome mold so that I can cast it. Oh, I do have some really good news, guys. Remember how I've been waiting and waiting and waiting for more clay to come in? Well, that clay still hasn't come in yet, but I found someone selling it on Amazon and it was like normal price. So I ended up jumping on that. So I now have my 24 pounds of clay. I still have that one order like waiting, and I'm kind of debating on if I should cancel it or just let it fill out since clay's been so scarce. It's a good chunk of money, but like also down the line, do I want to be short of clay again when I could just order another 24 pounds? And yeah, I'm debating on leaving it open, but yeah, I have clay. We are not going to worry about running out. I'm ecstatic about that because I was starting to get concerned because I think I had like 3 pounds left, and this project alone is probably going to take a pound. Not gonna lie. You'd be surprised how some of these larger pieces will take up clay. I don't know if there's a lot, but if anyone is trying to find bulk original Sculpey, there might be some 24-pound boxes on Amazon. I think even Walmart had some listed, but I went with Amazon just because the shipping was faster. They were priced roughly about the same. Blick usually has them priced at like $119, and these were like, I think they were like just under $130 before tax. Can't remember exactly. So it's a little bit more expensive, but it's not like someone charging $300 for the box. So if anyone's looking, they're up there on Amazon, hopefully still. Check those out. What do you guys think? I think he came out pretty good. Pretty dog-like. If you guys are wondering, this is going to be a collie. So, yeah. I think I did pretty good. Anyways, I need to start on the paws now. Okay, so I got my little paws done. And now we just have the iris for our giant eyeball. If you guys are curious, this is my goal. Is just maybe a little smaller than this. So it's a big eyeball. And basically, it's going to be thicker than this. I just kind of broke it into different sizes, but we're going to be making kind of like a donut shape and sculpting the iris to go into the resin of the eyeball. So I'm going to start on that. Probably get these baking that way, because I don't know if all of them are going to fit in the oven. So for a second, I thought the weather was going to clear up. It started getting brighter, and now all of a sudden this gray cloud is just coming in. Oh, it started to get so dark. Okay, so it's the next day. You can probably hear my coffee pot going. It's pretty early. I'm about to get started on work, but I need to get some food set up for the slow cooker to cook for dinner. So I've got a little pork butt over here. I did a little bit of pre-setup. I got all the like liquid stuff in here already. And then I've got the rub in here. It's a little big for this, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in this container full of seasoning and try and shake it. Actually, no, that's not going to work. I already know it's not going to work. Let's just get it covered. And we'll have food for dinner tonight. Okay, I got my slow cooker set up. I've also got my coffee done. And it's time to get everything out of the mold. And I think the first thing I'm going to do is our eyeball. I already painted the thing, and I decided let's just cast it and see what happens. So I didn't have a mold obviously large enough for this big of an eye. So I kind of made a makeshift one with saran wrap wrapped around a bowl. I had plastic bowls, but if you notice with bowls, the very bottom is flat, and I didn't want the front of the eye to be flat. So it looks like it worked. I might have a few air bubbles. I tried really hard to not get air bubbles, but I might have a few. Okay, there we go. You should be able to see what I'm doing now. Yeah, I just had the edges taped down just to make sure that saran wrap didn't pull away. I was worried that it would melt, but it didn't seem to do that, so I'm really happy. Because you guys didn't know, resin heats up, so this does get pretty warm when it's curing. Obviously, we're going to have to clean the edges because it overflowed, but... Ooh. It looks good, and you can see that it is slightly domed. And then we're going to have to put some black right there. Yeah, I'm happy with it. The really thin stuff I'm going to cut away, and then I'm going to probably use sandpaper and clean that up. But yeah, that looks really good. I'm so happy with it. Once we get this put together, we'll have to make the armor for it, which I think that'll be a lot of fun. I haven't made the patterns yet for it, but I've got a rough idea of what I'm doing. I'm gonna wait until it's all put together before we actually make patterns for the armor, just to make sure everything fits. It'll be a lot easier that way. Yeah, after we get this painted, I'll have to send some work in progress pictures to her. Just so she can see how everything's coming along, because I haven't contacted her in a bit. It's been kind of hectic here, getting commissions worked on and getting ready for Halloween videos. Oh my god, guys, I wish you could smell how good it is in here. Oops, fogged up a little bit. But it smells amazing in here. I can't wait for dinner tonight. Okay, so I finished up my little doggy face. There's one side and then the other. I think it came out pretty good. Once the eyes have resin over them and they're a little shinier, it'll look a lot better. But not bad. I'm gonna have to take photos real quick and let the buyer know. And then, of course, I've got all the little paws over here. Okay, so I've got a wire frame set up for the tail, and I've added a weight to the end of it. And it's a little longer than what the tail will be, but I need it to, like, have a nice natural sway to it. I think it's doing okay. Obviously, it'll be a little less springy once we have the fabric and all the stuffing on, because that'll add more weight to the tail, but I think it's doing a decent amount of sway. So I think we're good on the movement of the tail. I'm going to start putting it together. Okay, so what I was thinking was to use stuffing because I don't have batting, but I realized I have some fleece left over. I could probably cut this into some strips and use it as batting, and it's the same color, so yeah. So I think I'm gonna do that. I don't really have this for a project, it's just scrap from a previous thing a while ago, so I'll probably like never touch it, so it's perfectly fine for me to use it for this. But yeah, let me get it all cut into strips so we can start wrapping it around the wire. I think I'm gonna have to add a little bit of hot glue here to hold it, and then start wrapping. So let me heat my glue gun up. Oh, also today my video went live, which was, since you're watching this following week, the Aries art doll, which I had a lot of fun doing. I can't wait to try some of the other zodiac signs. A lot of you guys want to see like the inanimate object ones, like Libra and Sagittarius. I think those would be a good challenge. And then Gemini, which is the twins, that one would be pretty interesting to try out. So I'm pretty excited. I'm glad everyone so far seems to like the zodiac idea. I definitely want to do more. I'm so glad I got the commission for it. I probably don't need to bat the entire thing all at once. It might be easier to do like this section, sew it, and then start batting the rest as I go so I can judge how thick I need to make the batting. The wire keeps hitting everything. Okay, I got it put together. I still need to finish the end of it and figure out how it's going to connect to her body. I'm going to make it most likely where you can add it to a belt, and if she wanted to do more with it, she can. Yeah, let's see how it wiggles now that it has all the fabric and stuff on it. Move you over there. I think that looks a lot better now that it has the weight of the fabric. Go a little faster. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it came out really good. Just need to finish it up, add a little bit more detailing and stuff to it. But I'm really happy with the function of it for my first tail. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna get this finished up. I think I'm gonna call today's vlog done. We got a lot of stuff ready for Halloween. Next week I'm gonna dive in even more because I'll have another piece done. We'll start editing, and I just can't wait to start getting the videos out. And I think my eyes are a little irritated from sewing, so yeah, I'm gonna call it good. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!